Before you go, I would like to ask you one thing. Who are you? I understand. I see you. I hear you. And I have a feeling that you will find what you are looking for. Farewell. And thank you for visiting me, my friend. You can come keep me company whenever you want. The sunsets here are beautiful.
company. Is that supposed to hurt?
Turn around, immediately, or you'll get shot.
You were warned. Archers, take aim. Fire! You were warned. Archers, take aim. Fire! You were warned. You were warned. Archers, take aim. Fire!
I'm slowly running out of bandits in the area. But Silent Celia. She got that nickname because she likes to silence people by slitting their throats. You should find her in this area. I've got something special for you. Bromar No Face of the Del Rita. That savage cut down an entire unit of Camelot infantry. Killing him would greatly benefit the capital. As always, I've marked his last name.
Rita. I can see you're not Del Rita. I mean, I don't know all Del Rita, but you don't look like us. Don't even smell like us. Ah, then it's a good coincidence. I like good coincidences. You can learn a lot from them. That's what my brother says. Roder's not here. I don't know where he went. He got up and left in the night, and that's the last we saw of him. He's very wise. He's the pride of the Svein tribe. But he's not here. He went somewhere, and I don't know when he'll come back. I can't leave my post. One Eye's orders. He said, not a step outside this camp, or I'll rip your legs off. Understood? I really like my legs. And I wouldn't want them ripped off. So I can't use them to go look for my brother. You're not worried about your legs? You don't like them attached to your body? If you say so. He went there. I saw him at night when he snuck out. You'll find loads of bandits there. So that's where I'd be looking, if I could. You're not Del Rita, but I like you. Your ancestors must have been great people. Therov can make sparkles. No one else in the camp can do that. I saw Therov's magic once. He used it to kill a man during a raid. Poof! There wasn't much left of him. He looked like a roast pig. Therov once talked about a whisper in the dark. That he wants to follow that voice and kill it. Sounds like it could be a decent fight. I don't understand much. He's pissed off because he has to sit on his ass in camp. Because those are the orders. To sit here and keep watch. And he wanted to slay a monster. The Whispering One. But he can't. That's all. They call me Sobder. I made my tribe proud when I was a child. My father left me in the woods for a night. Wolves came. When he came back for me in the morning, I was already making a burrow in a wolf's belly. With these very nails. I really miss my brother. He's as proud of me as our tribe is of him. Oh, that made me think. My brother, he doesn't know you. Be nice to him. And maybe he won't attack you. But if he does, just tell him, Sobder a burrow in a wolf's belly. Then he'll know I sent you. And maybe he won't kill you.
gold belongs to us. That's worse. I've taken down bigger foes. Stay focused. Why won't you die already? What are you talking about? Are you insane? This is a weirdworm, the biggest I've ever seen. I almost smashed it into the ground, but the damn thing just won't die. And I, Gruder of the Sven tribe, must kill it, or die with honor. Sodder. I know that name. He can't see me like this. Someone else controls my hands. For the Dalriata, madness is worse than death. You must kill me.
What is this? Why aren't you afraid? Why can't I control my slave anymore? You're going to take his place.
Oh, it's you. Do you have any news about my brother? That's good. I'm sad, but also relieved. I know our ancestors will welcome him as their equal. Please, take this axe. It belonged to my brother. He gave it to me for safekeeping. Well, he won't be needing it anymore. And you've proven your bravery. Thank you for going after him when I couldn't.
Grodir died from your blade? You did the right thing, according to Delrita custom. You're earning Therov's respect. So be it. First, you showed up here like a dimwit. Now you're walking around camp like it's nothing. I look into your eyes and I don't know whether you're made of steel or you're just a fool. But you're here. And Sobdair didn't chop you to pieces with his axe. The runes, they seem to favor you, even though you're an outsider. I guess that has to be enough, for now. It's still more than you should expect. If you need something, talk to Varan. She's in charge. The woman. Sobdair talks a lot, but there's not much wisdom in what he says. But he's right. If not for the orders, I would have gone searching for the Mistbearer long ago. Even the druids don't know shit about those creatures, but we talked a lot about them in my tribe. Everyone from Feud wants to face one of those wraiths, and I'd love to get my hands on one of their corpses. Those are priceless and can be used for strong magic. It is death and magic. It draws its power from the ancient mist. Of those who went hunting for it, only a scant few ever returned to their tribes. Let Therov tell you a story. We had a hero in Feud, an undefeated warrior who was as good with his axe as he was with the magical word. At the mere sight of him, villages surrendered without a fight, and some even begged for his protection. Had he been born later, he might have beaten One-Eye to the unison of the tribes. A Mistbearer was seen on the outskirts of one of the villages, so our hero went to hunt for it. He came back, mad. We had to take his name and give him death, so at least some of his honor remained in the tribe's memory. Look for the mist, and in the mist, for antlers and an evil eye. They say its feet don't touch the ground, though those are the words of the madman who somehow survived an encounter with it. Our scouts mentioned a thickening of the weirdness due west of here. That's where Therov would go if he were allowed. The stray wants to impress the Delrita, to show courage and goodwill. So be it. The words were spoken. Now I'll wait for proof of the deed. What of it? The Delrita are not Camelot. We don't make women wear frocks and sit at home. Our women have names. And if they have names, it means they earned them like all other Rita. Varan was chosen by One-Eye, and One-Eye doesn't make mistakes. I don't need to tell you anything. Just wait and see for yourself. When the South is free from Arthur's dogs, as it should be. Go. Bring glory to your ancestors. Therov will be waiting.
Stay sharp. That's supposed to work.
wounds were speaking truth. A stray defeated the one who whispers in the mist. You're not a Dalrita, but you have Therov's respect. That's something not everyone can do. But you've proven that you're not everyone. Though Therov is angry that you killed him. Therov never asked for anything. The stray asked about Mistbearers, so I answered, as honor demands. That you caught the prey before Therov, I have to live with. There would have been a lot of talk about it in feud. That's what Therov is angry about. Honor demands that Therov share his knowledge during a hunt. I could see in your eyes that you're going to try. I was ready to tell you everything I knew. I did the right thing. I've gained Mater's favor. That means a lot. That's a lot of good you've brought me.
Well, a good craftsman would have made solid armor, but we don't have any here.
You son of a... Don't you listen to Therov? You ever seen his bare arse? He glows in the dark. What? That's what magic does to you. Damn food filth.
Ulfr. The runtiest dogs always bark the loudest.
What was that, you sparkly whelp? The whole of food is an insult to the Dalriata? Finally, we agree on something.
You made the right choice. Therov has always known the stray is wise. There's something here for you, too. In feud, we reward courage and smart thinking. Go. Bring glory to your ancestors. Therov will be waiting.
Look at you. We all thought you were a madman, or just soft in the head to go snooping around a camp like that. And now here you are. So you want something? Or just came here to stare? I know of him. I heard he's a decent warrior, but he's not Volker, so I can't tell you more than that. I should tell you that because the temple now belongs to the Dalrida. No one goes in unless I say so. And you don't strike me as a godly sort of person. What do you want from there anyway? You can pray somewhere else. The All-Mother is everywhere, or so the priestesses say. You can even kneel right here facing the statue. I won't stop you doing that. We believe in Mather. Some will tell you they're one and the same, but I'd say our Mather is made of sterner stuff. Like a mother. But one that'll clap you round the ears for sticking your fingers in a fresh meat pie. Spoken like you were born and raised in Timberwall. Why should I even bother talking to you?
Oi, keep your hands where I can see them. You've got balls to come here, but one wrong move and you'll lose them. I thought you were brave. I was wrong. You're insane. But that's what they say about me too, so maybe we'll get along. What are you doing here? Then you have a problem. Because the temple now belongs to One Eye, and he told us to sit here on our arses and make sure no one goes inside. So, you're not going inside. But I really hope you'll try. At least I can warm myself up by chopping off your head. While you're here, why don't you make yourself useful? I'm sitting here like some wimp as if I pissed off Mattyre herself, and I can't even go hunting. But you, I see, have arms, legs, eyes, and even a weapon. There's loads of game around, and I need you to kill a bear, and bring me its pelt and its claws. Good. Not only have you proven that you're willing to put in the work, but more importantly, you've proven that you're about as competent as a teenager from our tribe. That means I can share the effects of my tribe's craftsmanship with you. I'll have to admit that, for a stray, you're not half bad with that iron of yours, even though it's crap. Maybe for slaughtering sick cattle, but not for fighting. There's no better iron than a Riata axe. Tell you what, I'll teach you how to make one. And if you do good, I might even tell Fran that you're not the worst of the strays. Our leader, and soon the leader of all Dalriata. He doesn't piss about trying to make deals with Camelot, but fights for what we're owed, with fire and iron. He will unite all the tribes, and then we'll march on the capital. True, I can't wait for it to go up in flames. Not bad. Not really good either, but definitely not bad. It's good to know you're not as incompetent as the rest of your tribe. I'll make sure Vran knows about this.
Go.
My men tell me you've been nothing but helpful since you came here. Good. I'm impressed. I must say, you've proved yourself worthy of walking among us. One I would definitely like to meet you. You can enter the temple as a friend of the Delrida. May Mither grant you an honourable death.
We need to agree on a plan. Camelot will soon realize that something is wrong.
Don't fret. The Dalriada value honor over life. And we gave you...
Aren't you aware that taking the temple was the worst possible idea? This will only quicken Camelot's intervention. If they send Galahad...
You'll treat him like any other enemy of the tribes. And taking control of the temple was... inevitable.
Why? Because you don't like the All-Mother? Or was this meant to be a provocation to warrant Camelot's invasion?
We believe in the same goddess, but we call her Mera.
That doesn't answer my question.
I thought I heard something. You must have a lot of courage to come all the way here. Before I kill you, tell me, how did you manage to do it? That would explain why there was no bloodshed. I appreciate it, friend of the Dalriada. Perhaps I won't even kill you. They call me One Eye. If you went to the trouble of coming all the way here, I guess you must be looking for me. Do the men of the Horns of the South, Master Commander? Are they yet again stumbling about like babes in the woods? And here I thought the keepers, all locked up in their keep, could at least hold on to just this piece of land, since they haven't been able to defend the entire area for a long time.
Oh, come off it. You don't need to rub it in our faces every chance you get. How many times have we talked about this, huh? Must be a week now, and you still feel the need to gloat. We have a guest. What brings you here? Feargas is a good lad, but he doesn't understand just how deep in shit the South is, or what needs to be done to dig ourselves out of it. I'm doing business, but we should start from the beginning. Who's asking? Caradoc? Haven't heard that name for a very long time, but I do remember that years ago, I gave him a set of our pins. I see you wearing one now. But you don't look like a knight. And knowing him, I doubt you took this pin off his corpse. So, with that out the way, what brings you here? Galahad! That madman's coming here. Damn it. I met him once. He's no knight. He's a butcher. bloody windfucker will fly from Camelot to the Horns just to hang half the garrison for whatever he himself perceives as disobedience or treason. And I can assure you, there won't be any investigating when he arrives. Oh, well, I knew I couldn't deceive them forever. See, I told you that if he didn't leave the damn temple alone, there'd be trouble.
He's welcome to come here.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. Do you see what I have to deal with here? Don't tell me you're that naive. Do you know how he got the moniker The Pure? He somehow got it into his thick head that evil is rampant everywhere and that it's best to purify it with fire. So he goes around setting everything on fire. Sure, it's pure afterwards because there's nothing left. Well, apart from the ashes of burned corpses, obviously, but that's not something anyone in Camelot cares about, is it? My arse is purer than that fellow, even right after I take a huge dump.
I cannot wait.
See? Both of them are crazy. And unless one of them comes to his senses, the entire South will go up in flames. It will be purified. That's for sure. But I don't plan on dying for Camelot's moronic ideas. The captain of the Horns of the South should support his people. Of course, traditionally, it means supporting Camelot as well. But what difference does it make which banner flies on that keep of ours, eh? Yeah, maybe I don't have a very traditional approach to leadership like Feargas does, but everything I do is for the good of my men. Who do you think persuaded those Camelot snobs to finance the rebuilding of the lighthouse under the guise of restoring the splendor of the South? Me, of course, and I was using that money to stockpile our supplies and strengthen our defenses. I mean, who the hell needs a second lighthouse? Why was it built in the first place? If any northern nobles had ever deigned to move their asses to the south and think about it for 5 seconds, they'd have come up with it themselves, wouldn't they? What do you think? Striking a deal with the tribes is the only way for the Horns of the South to regain its former glory. With their fearless army and reserves of Weirdstone, combined with my business sense, we'll soon make the South independent of those leeches from the capital. If we allow the Del Rida tribes to settle in the South, they'll become a military force all of Avalon will have to reckon with. There will be no more bandits, no more crippling taxes for Camelot. People will be able to peacefully live out the days, no matter how many they have left. This is the only sensible solution. Only through an alliance with the tribes will we regain peace and independence. They'll take care of the fighting and I'll deal with the economy. The people of the South will finally be safe. No more hunger, no more waiting for the lordships in Camelot to kindly turn their coiffed heads in our direction. No more of our blood spilled in raids by desperate bandits. But that's enough talking for now.
Tell him about the crypt.
Why?
Anyone who found a way to get through my men deserves to know. Some people are swayed by arguments, but others need something more tangible. Your vision alone wouldn't persuade any of my people to fight. But I just needed to show them the crypt, and I quickly understood who has always been the true enemy.
I don't really have a choice, do I? In the sunken village, you'll find the entrance to Seawald's crypt. Everyone knows the story about the bad druids who sealed and flooded the place, which is true, but only up to a point. Well, it just so happens that my companion here broke those old seals and replaced them with his own.
Take the sigil.
Behind the statue, you'll find a place where it fits. You'll see that the story is a little different from what we've been telling ourselves. And if that doesn't convince you that the foundations upon which Camelot were built are more the colour of shit than ivory, nothing ever will. You can get into bed with Galahad for all I care.
Go there. See it with your own eyes. Then come back to us. I know we can count on your help.
With our initiative.
am Seawolf Firstfoot, the one who scouted the land before the traitor Arthur set foot on it. I was loyal. I was devoted. Arthur wanted more. Arthur betrayed me. Yes, it is my legacy. The jewel of the South, the safe haven of honorable men. I've been here for so long, it doesn't matter anymore. We're stuck here, me and my men, between life and death. You can't free me through death. Many have tried. Yes, and grant death to all of my loyal soldiers. If you ever find a way, come to us. Grant us the mercy of death. The Dalriata promised me revenge. They understand what happened here. Everyone who comes here has the right to ask. I was the most loyal of Arthur's men. I was the first to go ashore and take on any danger that might arise in this new and unfamiliar land. Then came the war. I fought by his side, shielded him with my own body. I trusted him. But Arthur wanted more. Arthur longed to possess a power equal to that of our enemies. So Merlin decided our king must first become immortal. Only then could he achieve greatness. But Merlin needed volunteers. Trusted people to go first to make sure that his methods were effective. So we wouldn't risk Arthur's life in trying to grant him immortality. They thought I had died, so they buried me. Arthur should have made sure. They thought I was dead, but I heard everything. I know there were others after me. I know that the king didn't hesitate to do anything to achieve his goal. He experimented on all the knights, abusing their oath. He told them it was for the greater good. Their lives, our lives, meant nothing to him. Then, he revealed what he really wanted to become. He tried to become one of them. He sacrificed the lives of the noblest of men. And this is the greatest possible betrayal. We cannot be helped. We cannot be killed. The Dalriata promised to burn down Camelot, avenge the memory of all my brothers. Camelot was built on betrayal. People have the right to live in truth. When Camelot falls, we will finally be free. Build a new world. Let the dead leave this one. Kill us.
So, what do you think? Yes, it's all a facade. A and it's just seawall. Think what else they must be hiding. Really, there's no point in invoking tradition any longer, because it's worth shit. The only thing that matters is safety and loyalty towards the one who can provide it. Now I'd say it looks like someone needs to die. And somehow, you unwittingly became the most important person in the region because your decision will change how the entire situation unfolds. Galahad needs to die, of course. That will solve some of our problems. We'll say he got himself into trouble, and then we'll sweep the entire matter under the rug. We'll be able to continue our talks with the tribes. By the time someone in Camelot finally gets off their ass and comes to investigate what's happening here, it'll be too late. You could get rid of One Eye. He trusts you. You're allowed to enter the temple. Sounds like perfect conditions to put a knife in his back to me. We'll be able to report a full success in reclaiming the south and whatnot. You might even get a medal. I doubt any of the tribes will be willing to talk to you afterwards, but Camelot would be ecstatic. I doubt there is any other way that wouldn't result in a full-blown war between Camelot and the tribes. And without half our garrison ended up burned on a stake for treason or some other nonsense. Meanwhile, I can't afford to target any of them myself, or it would complicate the situation even further. As you see, you're the only one that can do it, so I leave the choice to you. Wise decision. Good luck. You go ahead and I'll placate the horns. Make sure the men don't suspect anything.